You know, you can be all the things you've always wanted to be. Beautiful, sexy, easy as 1, 2, 3. Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow. Just let your soul glow, baby. Feeling oh so silky smooth. Just let it shine through. Just let your soul glow. Soul glow.
Or just depend on the deep guys to knock it away.
Gerard steps up, fires. Mike Sims Walker knocked down. Oh, he caught it! Oh, unbelievable! Mike Thomas, touchdown Jags! Ball game, 50 yards. Whoa! David Gerard, big strong arm QB.
David Gerard buys enough time for the receivers to get down there, and you said it, Mike Sims Walker's going to go up for it, but it's knocked to the ground right into the hands of Mike Thomas. Glover Quinn knocks it down with both hands like a volleyball player, spiking it over the net right into the catch of Mike Thomas. Unbelievable.
Hey everyone, guess who's back? It's Kamish, back here with another team preview. This time it's Matthew in Cape Cod Sharknado, a guy who comes in his second year, blew it out of the park in his first year, 10-3, won the division, won his money back. And, he didn't do the grace. He put the money in, which I thought I'd give him respect. He won it back, but fell in the playoffs in the first round. Gave him a draft grade of a D. Reason being is because Mike Thomas, who? I mean, you saw the video there with the Jags guy. I don't know if that's the guy you were going for, but A-Rob, Penny, Balaj were still on the board. Much better players than this Mike Thomas. Second, you went Justice Hill, thinking about the future. I think he's going to have a good future, maybe just not this year. Samuels, Damian Harris, AP, some of the guys taken after. Third round, you went Isabella with the recent injury to Hakeem Butler. This might turn out to be a better pick than we thought. But James Washington, Deshaun Jackson, and Duke Johnson, who I think were much better options, were picked after. Fifth round, you went Reuben Foster. Goodwin, Lee, and Boykin were some of the receivers taken after that I thought might be comparable. And in the seventh round, as you had no fourth and sixth rounder, you went Joe Schobert, Levante David, Demario Davis, and Christian Kirksey were some of the linebackers taken after. So I don't like your picks. The Mike Thomas one is a disaster. I don't know if you were going for Michael Thomas, but clearly he was a keeper. Looking at your team grades, I gave you a B for quarterback Andrew Luck. The injury concerns are there. Looks like you picked up Brissett via trade, which will help with that, but it's definitely a B. A minus at running back with Kamara there. He's one of the best. The rest of your running backs, Justice Hill might have a future. TJ Yeldon, we'll see how much he's actually used. Wide receiver, I gave you a B minus. It could actually even be a C plus. Stephon Diggs, really the only notable name. Crabtree might find a team, but the rest of the wide receiver group is not scary at all. I gave you a B plus at tight end. I think you have some good tight ends, Reed, Hooper, and Clay and Butt backing them up. I gave you a B minus for your kicker, a B for the Bills and Lions. I think they're both good defenses. DL, I gave you a B. Trey Flowers is there. Barnett's a young guy coming in. Kenny Clark should be good. A minus at linebacker. Corey Littleton is the main reason why. Vigil should be doing good. Schobert, we'll see if he can keep his job there in Cleveland. And then you got a bunch of other guys that are pretty good depth as well. Preston Smith, Ryan, Barron. And then at DB, I gave you a B. Swearinger, Evans, and Sorensen are okay. Maybe, you know what, B minus. But I'm not thrilled with the group at all. So, you know, if you get a draft grade of a D, usually it's probably not going to mean good things. And it's not going to mean good things for Matthew this year. I think he's going to take a major step back. I have him starting out the season 1-5. Will eventually do better down the stretch in the later half and finish 3-3 to get 4-8 as a projected record in the American division. So that wraps up the American division. We have Ryan at 10-2 with Deuce Bombers. I got Brandon and the Architect at 9-3. I got Sean and Fallen Misfits at 6-6. And I got Robert and Templars at 6-6, I think. And obviously Matthew here with Cape Cod Sharknado finishing up at 4-8. Templars actually might be 5-7 from what I recall. I know it's 6-6 or 5-7. I forget, but I'd have to look at my notes. But Robert knows for sure. Matthew knows what's arrived for him. I'm surprised. I think you're an awesome owner, and I'm super glad you're in the league. And I think obviously this is going to be a down year, but I'm looking for you obviously to rebound big time next year.